Good evening, everybody. I'm delighted to be here this evening. And as a keen road cyclist, this is my first trip to Brussels. I'm delighted to be in the home country of Eddie Merckx. I ride an Eddie Merckx road bike, and so to be part of it is great for me. It's just a little bit disappointing, of course, that this evening clashes with some of the World Cup qualifiers, for which I think many of us will have some interest. So perhaps if we get some results fed through as they happen later on, that would be great. I'm here representing Digital Business First, and thank you to James for inviting me. For those of you that haven't seen the website and some of the documentation coming out of that group, I would certainly endorse it and recommend that you do have a look. There's some really interesting stuff. As mentioned, I'm also representing Buckinghamshire Business First, where I'm the Vice Chair and I lead on infrastructure matters. Professionally, I'm a chartered surveyor dealing with commercial land and buildings, and I advise owners and occupiers on a range of development and relocation issues. Most importantly, though, I'm a businessman. I employ people, I create wealth, and I pay taxes. And through a range of business groups, I've become very interested how local government, national government, and European government interacts with businesses, and how they encourage and frankly how they hinder growth. To provide you with some context, Buckinghamshire is an administrative county in England, about 60 miles to the west of central London. It has a population of about 500,000 people. It is the second fastest growing local economy in the UK. It has the fifth highest productivity rate and has a £12 billion economy. Buckinghamshire may be better known to you as the home of Pinewood Studios, where all the James Bond films have been made, Silverstone, and the birthplace of the Paralympic Games in Stoke Mandeville. The county is the entrepreneurial heart of Britain. More businesses are started in Buckinghamshire than any other county, and therefore we have a very strong small business sector. We are told that small businesses and medium-sized enterprises will drive the recovery, certainly in the UK and probably across Europe. But there are some really big challenges out there. Buckinghamshire Business First represents more than 3,000 businesses, many who are small and are located away from urban areas. Although only 60 kilometres to the west of London, many of these businesses have poor or no broadband service and certainly limited mobile coverage. In a business world where good broadband speed and mobile technology are increasingly important and indeed essential, we hear time after time that businesses are being disadvantaged by a lack of connectivity. A good example I came across recently was a video and sound production company in Aylesbury. This is a business about 75 kilometres to the west of London, who were asked by a client to voice over a short film. They went to upload it, and the icon came up 20 hours to upload. They paid £150 for an express courier to take a DVD to the client. That is an excellent example of poor productivity. We hear a lot about download speed, of course, but for businesses, upload speed is just as important and, frankly, of growing importance. Certainly for the residential sector, download speed, streaming movies is really important. For a lot of businesses, it's upload speeds that's important. Within the EU, and actually we heard this earlier, the whole issue of social inclusion is a really important aspect. We don't often hear about business inclusion, though, and I'm here to sort of try and add a business voice. Social inclusion is absolutely fundamental to the principles of the EU, and it should be for business, the business community as well. We need to think about the impact on businesses that are excluded from marketplaces, whose businesses are affected by poor download and upload speeds. There's growing evidence from around the world that investment in broadband produces a significantly higher multiplier effect on investment compared to other infrastructure investment. Roads and railways are of course important, but what we need at the moment is smart growth with immediate impact. In the UK, there has been little done to ensure that super fast, or super slow even, broadband is universally available. The free market is only partly picking up the challenge, and this investment is limited at the moment to mostly urban areas. This is starting to distort the property market, it's starting to distort where businesses are located, because broadband and mobile connectivity is such an essential business requirement. The commercial rollout is further hindered by lack of competition in the sector, and state aid issues potentially limit government intervention. I'm the joint chair of the Bucks Hearts BD UK Broadband project, which is starting to extend the commercial rollout. So in Buckinghamshire, the commercial rollout by BT, the private sector, was covering about 70% of premises. Through a degree of government intervention, we're taking that from 70 to 90%. But there's another 10% of premises, a significant number of businesses who just won't have super fast broadband. And of course the technology is a big issue as well. The rollout in the UK is fibre to the cabinet and then copper to the premises largely. I've described this as rolling out very slowly yesterday's technology. We need to think big about technology. We need to think about the future. There's no point investing in yesterday's technology when current technology is more suitable. Some countries and regions, of course, have realised this, and the growth potential and the social exclusion of investment in broadband is very significant. Technology is moving quickly, but the debate seems to be moving much more slowly. End users' expectations are now running far faster than the market can deliver, and that's a big problem. And of course it's running faster and faster. I came on the Eurostar from St Pancras, speaking to a very important client of mine. I had to have the conversation in 5 parts because my mobile kept dropping the signal, and when I got to the train station here, I got my mobile device out, went to GPS, searching for my hotel, and again I was walking in completely the wrong direction before it caught up with me. And so there's a massive disparity between what we expect from technology and actually what we're achieving. Like I said earlier, roads, rail and air routes are of course important, but superfast, indeed ultra-fast broadband, universally available, and mobile technology are the superhighway routes of the future. And at the moment the market is failing to deliver. This technology is no longer desirable, it's essential. Thank you.